Hi, the purpose of my program is to show the user all the countries that start with a letter that they enter. First, the program asks the user to enter a letter from A to Z. Then the program searches through a list of countries stored in a database list. Here, if I press A, if the countries start with the letter the user entered, they are added to another list. Finally, the program displays the countries that match the letter. All right. So how the list works in this instructions is that uh, first of all, I created a list called my database that stores many country names. First, the program resets everything and asks the user to enter a letter. Then the program checks an if condition to make sure the input is valid. So first condition is if the answer is text, and the second one is that the text of the length of the text is just a one character. If the input is valid, the program sets the variable letter to the user's answers and creates an empty list called myList. Next, the program uses a for each loop to go through each and every item in the database list. For each country in the list, the program checks another if statement. It compares the first letter of the country with the letter entered by the user. And if they match, that country is added to the list called myList. After the loop finishes, the program checks another if condition here. So if the length of my list is 0, that means no countries match the letter, so the program displays a message saying there are no countries that start with that letter. Otherwise, the program prints a message saying the countries that start with that letter, and then it loops through my list and shows each country one by one. If the input is invalid, such as number, like other like languages character, the program uses the else condition to display a message saying sorry, that's invalid input. Why lists make this code easier is that if I didn't use a list, I would have to change my program like totally differently. Instead of looping through a list of countries, I would have to create a separate variable for every country and write many repeated if statements. For example, I would have to check every country one by one, which would make the program much longer and harder to maintain. Using a list allows the program to store many values in one place and use a loop to process them automatically. This makes the code shorter, easier to understand, and easier to expand if you want to add more countries later. Thank you.